Good morning, everyone. Okay, so I literally have 10 minutes because I made some changes to my camera, so it won't go over 10 minutes. So, anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Happy Wednesday. So, today I want to talk about how to get the best out of karma. Karma is, most people believe karma to be this thing where you get what you put out, right? That what you put out comes back to you like a boomerang. And most people believe that it's a punishment. They see it as a punishment. And one of the reasons why, if not the main reason why, we see it this way is because we're punished as children. We are chastised as children. So when we do something that another feels is wrong, we get a corrective measure, and that measure is pain. And so we have grown up with this as a planet. We have grown up with this teaching, with this idea of how things are supposed to be. And so what happens is we tend to believe that this is part of life. Like pain is literally part of the human being's experience, and it's supposed to be there no matter what. And you've heard people say before, perhaps you have, we need to be corrected, we need to be guided. And some people use it as an external force to guide them in a different direction. And this is because either they don't want to, or they don't know they can make changes by themselves, for themselves, with themselves. They do not believe they have the power. So what they do is they do things that they know are wrong or unloving, and they wait for someone else to check them. They wait for someone else to correct them, and they will see this as karma. You're like, oh yeah, this is karma. I was doing bad and now it's come to get me. And that's not really what it is. And so you can't get the most out of karma if you're not using it correctly. So karma is basically this tool that the Creator has provided, that the universe dishes out as a tool for self-correction. And the reason why it's a tool for self-correction is because the soul is very powerful. But a soul who doesn't know that is powerful will not see it in this manner, and they won't be able to use the tool as it has been designed to use. And so it's no different than having like a garden tool, like a hoe. A hoe is supposed to be used in a certain way, in a certain manner, to achieve a certain goal, to be used in a certain way. But you can use the hoe for something else. You can use it to scrape gum off of concrete. That's not exactly how it's supposed to be used, or how it is intended to be used. And so yes, it will work, but you can't get the full benefit of it. Which is, if you look at what a hoe is used for, a hoe is to, dig a little hole so you can plant seeds so that you can get something in return. And the thing is, scraping gum off the concrete with the hoe isn't going to get you anything in return. So this is my point. When we use a tool in a way other than it's designed to use, we don't get the full benefit of it. And so most people don't understand how to get the full benefit of karma. And to get the full benefit of karma, you have to be willing to use it in the manner in which it was designed to be used. And so if we look at our experiences, any experience that we have, like for instance, my cousin sent me something, it was from a post yesterday regarding spiders, and it was like, she said, if I can download it, I'll show you, it's very graphic, but she sent it and she goes, oh, this would be me if that spider got out of line, because we're afraid of spiders. But this was regarding a daddy long leg, and so she left it alone. But she said if it got out of line, that would be her. So what she shared with me was a group of black kids, particularly this one black girl who was hitting this white student in the head with one of those dustpans that has a handle on it. You see like janitors use in the parking lots. And she hit him like 4 or 5 times in the head, maybe four times in the head. It got me, like it really like affected me feeling wise, emotionally. And the reason why that was because I was that kid, like I was that white guy in an all black school, but in this case I was just mixed with Mexican. And so we're treated the same when it comes to racism in that respect from blacks, because anything other than what you are is anything lighter than what you are basically is considered bad. It's just bad. It's like, okay, a lot of anger is dished out, and that's just because of the way things have happened historically with color. People who are lighter have more access, they're treated better, they're treated more kindly. Even a lighter black person will be treated better than a darker black person, despite them being black. It's the color, it's the pigmentation of the skin that really that people really use to determine whether or not someone's going to be kind to you or not. So anyway, it really got to me, and so I was like, okay, so what happened this morning? That was karma. That was an event that came back to me that triggered an emotional injury to let me know that this is something that is within your soul that needs to be released. Now, it's something that I don't think about on a daily basis, but this was an event that came up to trigger that. And so all events that trigger you is a karmic event. It is something that's in you. It is something that has happened to you. It is something that someone has done and is coming back to you to show you so that you understand what's within you and hopefully try to trigger it to release the pain that's locked within you. Because that's the whole purpose of karma, is to trigger something within you so that you realize. Now, not all things you have to cry about. There are some realizations that you can come to. For instance, you wouldn't most people wouldn't cry if they did something to someone like that, like if they bullied someone like that. But they would have, if they truly did have remorse, they would shed some tears because they would feel the pain of the pain that they've caused to the other person, I should say. So understanding karma is this thing where, or benefiting from karma is this thing where you really feel about what's happening to you. That's what it's about. Feeling what is being presented to you in the moment. Feel, because that is an aspect of the soul that you want to engage the most. And the thing is, as we think about it and we understand it intellectually, we can't heal from it. And so that means we're not allowing karma, we're not allowing the tool to do what it hasn't been intended or created to do. Sorry. I need my coffee. So anytime you have an event where you did something or you feel it's come back to you, that is the tool that is being given to you so that you can heal. It's for you to look at yourself, either something that happened to you or something you did to someone else, or it could be both. But that is the best way, that is the only way to get the full benefit of karma. It's not a punishment, but if you need to see it like this, then you will see it like this until you're ready to understand what it truly is. So you can continue scraping the gum off with this tool, meaning you can continue to think that it's punishment to correct yourself, or I should say to guide yourself in a different direction, because if you allow something to guide you or push you in a different direction, that doesn't mean that you've changed on the inside. It just means that if you do this, you're going to get more pain. And this is how people use karma, but it's not the most efficient way to use karma. It's really not an efficient way to use karma because you're prolonging the inevitable. You're prolonging your healing. You will heal at some point in your future. That is inevitable. That will happen. It's in God's design, within the system, within this universe, because of all the universal laws that are put into place. That is the end goal. So it will happen. But the question is, when will it happen? When will you allow it to happen? Because that's what it really boils down to, is when will you allow the tool that has been given to you to benefit you the most? When will you allow that? Because it's there. It's being given to you. It's being given to us every single day. Karmic experiences, things that piss us off, things that come back that cause us pain. Because understand, any kind of discord is pain. Any kind of discord within your being, angry, sad, annoyed, all of these things are there for you to feel something so that you can release something, so that your soul can be brighter and lighter and hold more love. That's the whole point. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say about karma. It's not a punishment. You can look at it like that, but at some point you'll see the truth of what it really is and how it can really benefit you. And when you do, your life will change. Your life will change. And it's a beautiful change. It's a beautiful feeling because you don't feel trapped anymore. You don't feel, because, think about how you feel when you're angry or annoyed. You feel like you can't do anything. It really paralyzes you and it locks you up. And so as you use the karma to release these things that are within you, you free yourself up. You're no longer locked up. And that is the true benefit. Freedom is the benefit. Freedom is the goal. Freedom is the gift. All right, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.